What's up, everybody? My name is Lugnut, and today we're going to be replacing the leaf spring on a Generation 1 Camaro that we've decided to name Roxanne. To get the spring off, you're going to have to lift it properly. This is our lift here. You have to have this block of wood right here, this 4x4. It's a 4x4, firmly under the rocker panel, and it's just going to put it there, and we're going to lift it up. So. Okay. Alright, so before we do anything, we're going to need to support this. So just going to. Okay. Yay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to disconnect the emergency brake cable so it's out of the way so we can remove the spring. Now, if you don't have emergency brake cables, we have a problem. Okay? Capiche? Good. Now, it's probably going to be better if you remove the tire first. What we're going to do is we're going to come up to here. God, move the camera. We're going to come up right here, and we're going to detach the emergency brake cable.
Detach it. There we go.
Got it. After disconnecting the brake thing,
the brake thing.
After we disconnect the brake cable, we're going to take a 3/4 deep well socket, and we're going to disconnect the shock. So we're just going to get up on this bolt right here, and just. Alright, so next we have to get this bolt out. So what we're going to have to do is, instead of just hammering the bolt out, which seems like the ideal thing to do, looks pretty jammed up in there. We're going to take this drift punch and we're going to place it right in the middle, because if you use just a regular old hammer, it's going to gum up the bolt threads. We don't want that. Wait. Ow. Alright, so the next part is going to take off this plate right here, and for that you're going to need 9/16 socket. And so over here, take a look at our situation. Oh God, that's terrible. They have used what looks like Home Depot bolts for. They're definitely not going to snap off in the middle of like driving down the highway.
Yeah, what could happen?
I mean, come here, take a look at this. Someone need fourth. Someone.
Where?
Look at that. Right here. Now, compare that to the last time we did a spring replacement. Look at these bolts. Much nicer.
Nice.
Much more strong. I'm going to have my assistant here, Dad. He's going to help us.
He's the one that knows everything.
Just take them off. And be warned, when you take the third one off, everything is going to fall. Oh, and they're missing one. Magnetic holder, folks. They stabilize.
It looks wrong. Smells like.
Okay. We're going to remove the 2 shackle bolts in the back, which are really annoying to get to because it's really cramped up there. Bad place to stay for the winter. Alright, so we just found out there is a bit of trouble up there. The bolts up there and the shackle, they're like not coming loose at all. So we are going to advertise for something today. We are advertising for PB Blaster. It's a lubricating thing that loosens the bolts. So it'll be much easier to use.
Yep.
So look out, Dad. Don't spray it in your eyes. It's bad.
And if you do, it's not good for your ass. It'll hurt your ass. What's up, guys? I'm Mooseman. Gonna remove the shackle thing to remove the shackle bolts.
Alright, bolt 1 done. You got another one, Carter?
Hey.
And my warm chuckle. So, use a crowbar, and pry apart the shackles, which is more. Oh, it's just really tough. Let's just say. Oh, yay, spring part.
Woohoo!
Alright, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to take out the spring pocket with these 3 bolts. And that's just going to remove the entire spring. So, we're going to use a 9/16 socket on my electric screw thing.
Be mad.
That is the spring. And that does something with the car.
Alright, so next what we want to do is we want to take the spring pocket out, off, doesn't matter. So you're going to use a breaker bar, a wrench is going to be right on the other side, and you're just going to,
It's been here the whole time, and we're
did I
doing
just
it.
break it?
This is safe forever. Yay! Okay.
Alright, next we're going to want to take this bullet out. That worked way better than the last time I had to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, now just
We are using this oversized 1/2-inch U-bolt, so we're going to drill a 5/8 hole. Here we go again.
So next we're going to do is we're going to drill the 4 holes up top, right here, here, there, and there. So, woo! Just going to move back.
Okay, so we're going to put this spring pocket and put it on here. Okay. Okay, so we got that adjusted. Now we put this through there. There we go. I got it. Got it. That's good. Now we put on the washer and the nut. Here we go. Finally. Where's the G-nuts?
Yeah, always inspect your J-nuts because you don't. That's bad. You need to replace them.
Where's the G-nuts?
Let's look at these.
Where are the G-nuts?
These things.
Okay.
These look good. Not too bad. So it's best to use energy suspension grease on your bolts. Use disposable gloves, because otherwise you have to throw them away. Because it's so sticky. It's like ridiculously sticky. It's like take glue times 40 plus, I don't know. What's sticky? Poo? Mix those together. You get energy suspension grease. So now that you have your greased bolt, you're going to take it. Where's your card? So what you're going to do is you're going to take the grease, you're going to stick it in the frame bushing.
Oh gosh, you can't even see.
Okay, so yeah, get it in position, and you just. Why? We're just going to lift it up. Or there we go. First hole. There's that. What happened?
Yep, under.
Look at that one. It's in.
Yay!
You're tight.
So we just connected the L shapes. Now I just gotta attach all the nuts. And this needs to be over a little bit.
It's always good to use anti-seize because if you decide to take the bolts out later, and they're rusted in because you didn't put the anti-seize in, it's not good because you might decide to change the spring. Okay, so what you do, take the anti-seize and you brush it on the first few threads.
Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to take the bolts that we have lubricated, and we're going to tighten them into the socket, reinstall socket. So you only need to tighten the bolt about 3 to 4 times, just enough that it's in, so you can save your partner some pain. We got them! Yeah! So now we gotta lower the back end, which we've supported with the homemade, whatever it is, I don't care anymore. We're gonna lower it.
I'm gonna
By pushing. Ooh, that worked really well.
Yeah. That was awesome.
I'm not sure why I did nothing about that. Alright, so it's really been a long day, guys. We're going to take your second pad, your bottom pad, this plate that we drilled holes in like 3 hours ago. I don't know anymore. Whee! Woohoo! Slide it into your U-bolts.
Now my head hurts.
You're going to have to do them in, like, you don't want to push one up all the way at once because then it makes it lopsided and hard to drive up the other ones. So you're going to have to do them, like, just keep going little bits at a time, go in a circle or something. Or don't go in a circle. I don't remember how to do it, whatever. I think like this, where you go up and across from it. Beside it. Okay, so you actually want to get them all lined up to the U-bolt. And then when you drive it, count 1, 2 for each of them. So like this. 1, 2. Alright, so now we're going to reattach the shock. It's going to be a little bit difficult. Take your driver, and you're going to want to pry it up between the shock plate and the shock. Take your bolt, slide it through. Alright, so the next thing we do, first you know, is tighten the bolt. Alright, so next we're going to reattach the drive shaft. Take the slip yoke, and you're going to go up and over the exhaust and take this hand and slide it back into the transmission. It's on, it's on. Now, take the U-joint and make sure these caps don't fall off because they got a bunch of pin bearings in them, and it would be really bad if they fell off. So, take this up, and then there you go. Place them into the holes you need to get them in. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so it's really important to use a torque wrench to get those bolts down real tight. For the J-nuts, J-bolts, that we're going to use 25 pounds.
Foot-pounds.
25 foot-pounds.
Now.
Alright, so next we're going to do is we're going to tighten down these 40 foot-pounds. Alright, so next we're going to reattach the e-brake. Is that it? Yes? Okay, you're going to put the cable through this. We're going to connect this through that. Then you want to take it up here.
Sorry. Okay, now. We are going to lower the car onto some blocks so we can tighten the shackles with the weight of the car on it. Okay, so now that you've got the car down, you are going to torque the rear shackle bolts to 50 foot-pounds and the front eyelet bolts to 70 foot-pounds.